Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I hope you are well, staying safe and healthy through these unusual times. Dear students, today we are going to read and discuss chapter 17, The Ancient Invaders, the second chapter from the history section. We will finish it in 2 lectures, inshallah. I'll give you some short questions answers as well. Let's start the ancient invaders or attackers. The people who were living before the Aryans in the subcontinent were Dravidians. They were very peaceful people. They were not like attackers and Fisa. They were family people. What happened to Dravidians? At once the Aryans attacked on them. Dear students, in this chapter, we are going to read about 2-3 generations of people, races of people who came to the subcontinent and attacked, invade, and conquer. We are going to read about them. Students, at first we were having 2-3 types of races of people who were existed in the world. Now the old civilizations are divided into different countries, and now each country's people have a specific look. Students, these are the races of the people who were existing in the world. The one was Negro, and basically they are from Africa. And how do they look like? They had dark complexion, flat noses, and crinkled black hair. The Mongols, they belong to China and Japan. They have a special look. They have straight black hair, slanting eyes, and fair complexion. The Aryans, they are the ancestors of the people who are living in Indo-Pak and Europe. They had brown to white complexion, hair from black to blonde. Asian people have variety of hair colors, a wide variety of eye colors. This was just a general idea about these generations. They had a variety in their personality. As we have discussed before, that now the old civilizations are divided into different countries, and each country people have a specific look. Come to page 79, and here we will talk about the Aryans. Aryans were the nomads, came from Central Asia to the subcontinent about 1500 BCE. They entered through Khyber Pass. From here they attacked on Dravidians who were living there. Aryans were warlike nation and Dravidians were peaceful people. They fought from chariots. They had spears, weapons made of bronze and iron. Dravidians were not in such things. They could not defend themselves. The Aryans defeated them and took their land as well. Some of the Dravidians were killed, some were made slaves, and some fled to the other parts of the subcontinent. The scientists believe that the Dravidian language is similar to Balochi language that we are speaking nowadays. Aryans steadily took over Indo-Pak land. They started to live near the Ganges Valley. They built their small towns. They became farmers. Though they were hunters, they did not have another profession, but they saw Dravidians that how they settled their lives. So they learned everything from them and became the farmers. In the same time, they fought amongst each other. Aryans are the real ancestors of the modern Hindus. They still living near the Ganga and Jamna rivers. After living in there, they divided their people into 4 castes. This is the most important aspect of their society and it still exists. Students, now here we will discuss about the caste system of ancient India. At the top were the Brahmins, who were the priests who conducted all religious activities. They were the members of the highest caste. Priests and teachers of Sanskrit performed religious duties and preached dharma. the only caste allowed to teach and attend school. The second caste was Kshatriyas. They were ranked below the Brahmins, functioned as warriors or army leaders, a part of the military and ruling elite. The third was Vishyas, below the Kshatriya. Traders, cattle farmers, minor officials, merchants, and artisans or craftsmen owned their own business or farmland. There were many more people in this caste than the Kshatriyas or Brahmins. The Shudras, below the Vaishyas, servants and farm hands, did not own their own land and businesses. They were employed by members of higher castes, the most populous caste. Now we can revise it. The four castes of Aryans. The first caste, Brahmins, were the priests who conducted all religious activities. The second was Kshatriyas, included the kings, soldiers, and leaders. The third was Vaishyas, were the craftsmen, officials, merchants, and farmers. And the fourth one, the Shudras, were the ordinary workers, servants, and laborers. Below the four castes were the outcasts, originally people who were not Aryans. At that time, the Dravidians were outcasts. They had to live outside the villages and were made to do the worst, dirty, and unclean works like sweep the roads, clean the drains, butchering, and slaughtering animals. They were considered unclean, napak. Even the Shudras treated them as slaves. They were not allowed to move from one caste to another. They could not marry in another caste. There was a big discrimination. The Muslim believes in equality. We discourage discrimination. Islam gave full freedom. Aryans were close to the nature, the things they felt very powerful and influencing their lives, like earth, the sun, the moon, rivers, fire, they start worshipping them. Slowly they started giving them names. After they started worshipping idols, they started naming them like Indra, Vishnu, Shiva, Krishna, and many more. They had prayer books as well, which are called Vedas. These are their religious holy books. Now, coming back to their languages, the Aryans spoke Sanskrit. It is the basis of Indo European languages today. Students, you can see here a table of four languages of Sanskrit, Latin, French, and English. The word deva is used for God, in Latin deus, in French dio, in English deity. And the word for fire is agni in Sanskrit, in Latin ignis, in French incendiary, and in English ignite. The Sanskrit word pitar, in Hindi father, and the Latin word is pitar, and in French père, and English father or paternal. The Sanskrit word raja, and in the Hindi word is ruler, in Latin rex, in the French roy, and in English regal or royal. And you can see that these words are similar to each other. Students, hope you must have understood about the Aryans. Now come to the home task which you will do in your SST NEET notebook. The first question is, who invaded the subcontinent? The second question is, What did Aryans do for their living? The third question is, what happened to the defeated Dravidians? The fourth question is, how many castes Aryans were divided into? The fifth question is, who were outcasts? How did people treat them? The sixth question is, name some famous gods of Aryans. Students, that was all about your today's lecture. Take care of yourself and Allah Hafiz.